there's a movement to censor you. You're not allowed to state your argument or debate your point of view. If you reside on the conservative or right side of the aisle, you are no longer allowed to speak. You can't speak your mind, you can't say anything. You look at the other side of the aisle, they can say whatever it is that they want. If you're a Democrat, you can say whatever it is you want. And you don't have to worry about being canceled or removed from any of these social media platforms as long as you lean to the left. So now that you have these platforms censoring certain people and not others, then you go deeper and this character that was invented for the purpose of being an artist, whatever, that this was just something to throw at the masses to get a reaction out of you, to see how the people would take to it. What would be the focal points of the people once they discover the first ever AI basically being given a job? So imagine, because with AI, it learns from, just like a human will learn. You teach a human certain things, then over the course of time, they become good at it, and it becomes second nature for them to know how to do that, whatever you taught them to do. And then what happen is that human will become a professional. They might become great at it. Then down the line, that person might choose to teach what they've learned. It's the same with AI, artificial intelligence. They're coming out with these computers and these robots that are able to learn just like a human would. They're giving them natural abilities to learn. They have the foundational building blocks to know certain things, learn certain things. But as time passes, they start to improvise and they become even better at what they were taught and programmed to learn. So they start to self-teach. Once you get to that stage, what stops them from becoming a fully realized, a fully idealized human? I mean, it's an AI still, but they're reacting like a human would. So they're learning like a human would. So if they're learning like a human would, at some point in time, they're gonna develop human type of emotions. The good and the bad. That includes racism and all kinds of things, just like humans would. I don't like that person because they don't have the same amount of money as I have. So I'm going to discriminate against that person and anybody like that person. So you have AIs in society mingling with humans, learning like humans. And all of a sudden, the AI turns around one day and says, you know what? I'm smarter than all these humans. I can destroy all these humans anytime I get ready. They're not as good as me. Why should I listen to anything they have to say? As a matter of fact, why should they even have a voice or the right to speak at all? It's a slippery slope. That's why when I first heard about the little, what I will refer to as a transhumanism experiment, that's what the fnmeka whole thing was. To learn how we think, how we react. Hell, that's how feminism was born. step by step. What will the men tolerate? What will the men put up with? All these movements started with Messiah. Let's dip our toe into the deep end of the water, the deep end of the swimming pool, and see what happens. If we don't fully fall in, then we might have something there. Now let's go to the shallow end and dip our toes in. Let's test the temperature. Make sure it's the right temperature for us to really put our foot in this pool of experimentation. There's an article by Forbes. It's an old article. This article is from, it was originally posted November 20th, 2017 by Forbes magazine. And they were touching on transhumanism. Transhumanism and the future of humanity. 7 ways the world would change by 2030. Let's read some of this. I'm going to leave the link to this article in the description box down below. You guys can check it out for yourselves. Like I said, it's an old article from 2017, but it's definitely relevant in today's times, especially with Facebook looking to make the metaverse like an actual thing. To have you more concerned of your avatar within the metaverse than you are your flesh and blood body in the actual world that you're living in. So it's basically another side to see how mankind will embrace it for future generations. Let's read some of this article. Companies today are strategizing about future investments in technologies such as artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, or growth around new business models. While many of these trends will make for solid investments for the next 5 to 10 years, fewer companies are considering the revolutionary convergence of desperate trends pulled from technology, behavioral and societal changes, and medical advances to understand how they will converge to transform society. This transformation will be messy, complex, and sometimes scary, but signals already point to a future of humanity that will blur our identities into transhumanism. To understand this topic, our visionary innovation group looked at 3 fundamental pillars of humanity and how they will evolve over the coming 10 to 15 years: our bodies, our thought, and our behavior. After identifying the driving forces that will transform these fundamental pillars, we extracted key themes emerging from their convergence. Ultimately, our goal was to determine the ways in which the changing nature of humanity and transhumanism would affect individuals, society, businesses, and government. A few of the trends that emerged from this study include the following 7 trends. We hope they will spark discussion and innovation at your organizations. Our bodies will be augmented. No, thank you. I like my body the way it is. Thank you very much. The coming years will usher in a number of body augmentation capabilities that will enable humans to be smarter, stronger, and more capable than we are today. Wearables will be one form of body augmentation. wearables or like garments. But they will far surpass the fitness trackers of today. In the future, we can expect the arrival of contact lenses that can take pictures or video, universal language translator earbuds that allow us to communicate anywhere in the world, and exosuits that increase physical strength. Now, the earbuds, as far as translations to communicate with people all over the world, I actually think that's a great idea. Let me be fully transparent on that. I actually think that's a great idea. That technology is long overdue as far as us being able to communicate with each other and understand people that speak different languages, and to actually be able to have a real-time, fully functional conversation with somebody that, they don't speak your language and they don't understand your language. You don't speak their language and you don't understand anything they're saying. But with this technology, this actually would be a great thing for society, and it'll be very useful for all of us, like right away. I mean, the Google Translate on smartphones, it's a step in the right direction, but it's still, the application of it is still very clunky. You gotta, push the right buttons on time. The person you're talking to, they might start talking before you hit the microphone to start translating what they're saying. So you gotta, tell them to start over. Use, generic sign language, like, some kind of way to relay the message to them. Can you start over? So it's kind of clunky. But having earbuds in your ear, you got an earbud and like with a microphone and a receptor to receive the sound and the language they're speaking to be translated in your ear, and then they have the same thing. You can actually have regular conversation with the person. Personally, I think that's a great idea. But it's the other extra stuff that, I'm hesitant about. Like too much augmentations now that seem to be starting off with, making you physically stronger and stuff like that. The whole exosuit thing, increasing physical strength. Okay. I mean, you can say that's, generally, overall, it's not too bad. But, I digress. Because this is just the beginning anyway. They say, we will also see increased use of implants ranging from brain microchips and neural lace to mind-controlled prosthetics and subdermal RFID chips that allow users to unlock doors or computer passwords with the wave of a hand. Now now we're going down the rabbit hole, the uncomfortable rabbit hole that I'm not too much this is where I'm gonna have to abandon the ship. We start talking about putting brain microchips in. Because what happens when a microchip malfunctions? I mean, it could be one of those things. It might malfunction and boom, kill you right away. Because it's in your brain. You mess around and have a brain aneurysm. Like right then and there, the chip shorts out or whatever. Then all of a sudden you got blood on the brain. Your brain is bleeding. You got to get to the hospital. There's too much that can go wrong with that. But yeah, the RFID chips that's been talked about for years. And that's definitely something we should be concerned with. And they're talking about that will allow users to unlock doors or computer passwords with the wave of a hand. So I imagine that makes you susceptible to, just like right now, somebody hacking your system. So they can hack your brain. They hack your brain and make you do something that you wouldn't normally do. If you're not the type of person that is a murderer, somebody can hack your microchip in your brain, and now all of a sudden you turn into a serial killer, a mass shooter. Not because you're individually you're special and there's something about you that they have to do it to you per se. They might have a ultimate agenda, like they do in the current environment, various agendas that they want to push. In order to push these agendas, they need a mass tragedy to happen. So eeny, meeny, miny, moe, let me get that guy right there. Let's hack his brain and let's turn him into a mass shooter, so we can have a reason and an excuse to crack down more on guns and create more gun laws that are unconstitutional, and there you have it. Now, right now, they're doing these experiments as, it's basically vanity, basically something of leisure, something to make your life easier. That's how they're presenting it to us. That's always how they present it to you in the beginning. And slowly but surely down the line, you see the true motives of why they really wanted to put these things in action and to begin with. And this whole transhumanism thing is just one and the same. Let's see what else they talk about. However, the most powerful body augmentation will come from biological augmentation as a result of increased insight into our genomes, advances in IVF technology that may allow us to select the most intelligent embryos and powerful CRISPR gene editing technology. Okay, they gotta capitalize them. That's a euphemism. Gene editing technology, which may one day give us the ability to eliminate all heritable diseases. I mean, it sounds good. They always throw that little rose petal in there. Like, yeah, we can do all these things, all these wonderful things. It would be such of a great step and leap for mankind. You guys are gonna love it. Look how convenient your lives are gonna be. While simultaneously leaving out all the things that we need to be paying attention to, the things that may go wrong in this situation. But they don't want you to focus on that. Because if you focus on that, you're not going to be behind this movement. And if the positive aspects of this, if that's all that they were doing and all we would have to think about and worry about, then it would be fine. But the problem is, there's a lot of people in power who are greedy, and all you got to do is offer them more money, more tax-free money under the table, and they will push through any agenda that you want, even if it goes against the well-being of mankind. But yo, like I said, I'm gonna leave this Forbes article. Like I said, it's an old one from about 4 years ago. I'll leave this in the description box down below. You guys let me know what you think. If you like the content on my channel, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. If you want to make a donation, you can hit up my Cash App at $Cobra Clutch 357. That being said, I'm out.